Anyways, welcome everyone to the third podcast.
Oh, at least could have introduced.
Well, you guys were still on your tangent about the ACT, and I wasn't about to interrupt.
Oh, God.
I took the ASVAB as a joke, and I scored higher than everybody else in the class, and they were there
What?
for
Who's
actually
whispering my
learning.
name? Yes.
It's the SpellCast, not the podcast.
Well,
I thought it is SpellCast.
Just Emma.
just Emma in the background.
not playing with us
Emma
right now.
decided
Not
that she would
talking.
rather play PUBG than
Yeah,
No,
her-
I
or
don't know.
CS:GO
She
or
was
whatever
CS:GO.
shooter game that's trendy nowadays.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, sorry, Jared. She said she was sick. That's her.
Yeah.
Very,
Yeah,
that's
she
her
said she
terminally
was
ill.
sick, really ill.
That's her
She's gonna play it
terminally
by
ill in the
ear.
background. Yeah.
I just hear her like laughing and like
Having
everything.
fun with that.
Alright, well, I'm Claire. Hi, guys. What's up?
yeah, we have everyone here that's normally here except for Emma.
I mean, Claire, you said your voice sounded more masculine. You should be Clark.
Sorry. Yo, what's up? I'm
Hey, Jones,
Clark.
how's it
I
going?
like the puss, as the youth say.
I like the voice.
Wow.
Right? That's what you young boys are saying?
No.
I'm
No.
saying tame a Gigantosaurus.
Jared,
Oh my
you're an
God,
old
it's coming
man.
in our base.
I'm an old man. You're an old woman. Then you're older than me.
I'm an
Jared,
old
you
man.
can't call women old. That's
I just did. What are you gonna do?
How dare you? I'm completely
Equality, Claire. Equality.
Check your privilege. Your
Sorry, I meant to check my privilege at the door. Let me just rewind
Wow.
real quick.
Okay, this is going downhill.
I don't know where you expected it to go. I feel like we've been on the floor the whole time. We've been scraping the bottom of the barrel. We can only go up from here.
Anyway, it's been a long time since our last one. The last one was a day before Valentine's Day, and it is now a day after Valentine's Day,
Like the day after Easter.
or after Easter. I was the same.
Jared,
Remember, Jared,
you're
when
on a
you were
timeout.
like, "Oh yeah, we'll do a weekly podcast." I'm like, "Sure, we'll do a bi-weekly podcast."
Sure, we'll do a tri-weekly
Okay,
podcast.
podcast.
Sure, we'll do it once a month because that's what it's been doing thus
Twice a
far.
No, we kept up with the weekly schedule for 2.
It wasn't even weekly. It was like 3 days from each other or something.
Yeah,
We need to schedule.
Life got busy for everyone.
Yeah.
I just got lazy.
Alright, guys, we are.
We're just gonna make fun of Emma this entire podcast. Is that what we're gonna do?
Okay. It's a good
Sounds
podcast.
very ill.
Whatever. Who has any grievances they'd like to lay out?
Grievances.
I
mean,
one
I
of my
have a lot of
coworkers
grievances.
walked out today.
Straight up, just was like,
Yeah,
nah.
straight up.
That takes a lot of balls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why do you walk?
My managers were yelling at him, and then my lazy coworker, who basically does nothing, was like, "You really need to start working," and he just fucking snapped.
Yikes.
And I'm gonna miss him because he was.
Yeah,
a
I was
good
about to say, he's probably
Yeah.
not gonna have a job anymore.
No, he's gone. He. Technically, they told him
Good,
he
how are
could
you,
either
Jones?
leave or go back to work. So he swiped out and left. And
Feel
he's
free to
never
ask any questions.
Well, I
At
mean,
least
he
he swiped
quit, so
out.
he's definitely not gonna have to pay. They're not gonna have to pay him benefits. So.
They don't have to pay him benefits, but they still owe him 2 weeks of back pay.
Yeah,
I mean, that's not benefits, but
interesting. I thought you were gonna. No, you're waiting till school gets out to get a new job. That's what it was.
Yeah, or 2 or 3 weeks before, so I can
become a
use
fireworks
my back
specialist.
pay. Pyrotechnic engineering school is so expensive.
Just like every school.
Oh, you know, in advisory today, we had to do a mandatory survey. So basically, we wrote down our career, what classes from the list we'd taken, and how long we're gonna stay in college. And I'm just sitting there almost crying to myself as soon as I saw that none of the options went high enough to cover what I was doing. And I'm like, I'm gonna die in school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you're
mean,
gonna die.
The sad thing is, it's like we can't all live until like we're 40, and it's like we would spend the majority of our life in school still at that point.
So for people watching this live on Twitch, feel free to ask any questions or strike up any kind of conversation whatsoever.
Yeah, we'll answer advice. Ask you advice.
Well,
questions.
Submit topics.
I don't... Advice. Okay.
I'm good at advice.
I'm just remembering the other times when people just came in here and complained about their life, but okay.
Sometimes that's all they need is just complain.
And they never came back.
Yeah.
Notice that they never came back.
Yeah, they just downloaded all their insecurities onto you and just called it.
What do you mean insecurities?
I remember when I was doing advising for college and I didn't apply to any in-state schools, and my advisor said, "Are you sure you don't want to apply to any in-state schools?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm positive. I want to go away." She's like, "I'm gonna make you apply to one in-state school." I'm like, "No, you're not. That's $50, and I don't want to." She's like, "Oh, but you're guaranteed to get in." I'm like, "I don't care. I don't want to go to school here." And then I got called into the vice principal's office. He's like, "Why were you talking back to your advisor?" I'm like, "I wasn't
I
talking
don't have
back."
to talk to you. You're just the.
Wait. I want to see where this goes. Keep going.
So I said, "She's an idiot. I've told her multiple times I don't want to go to a school in the state, and I'm very happy with my options out of state." And the vice principal is like, "Yeah, we've had a lot of issues with her, so don't worry about it." I'm like, "Cool. Thanks for spending time and talking with me." So that is now twice I've been called to the vice principal, and the vice principal has just signed and said, "You're right. That teacher was a bitch." So,
Yeah, paraphrasing that a bit.
a little bit, but the first time I was ever called to the principal's office, I was like in 7th grade, and I just moved schools, so I didn't know what the dress code was, and I wore shorts and like a shirt, and the health teacher was like, "You're completely inappropriate. How dare you think you can just show up to school like that? Do you even don't know how distracting you are? Go march your butt down to the principal's office right now." I'm like, holy shit, I don't even know where the principal is. I just
I just got here the first day.
Can you please direct me?
I did. I said, "I don't know where that office is." And she sighs and goes like, "It's down the hall." And I'm like, all right. So I go in there and I'm like, "I need to talk to the principal." And they're like, "Why do you need to talk to the principal? Do you have a meeting?" I'm like, "Oh no, put me down here because I was dressed inappropriately." And the secretary looks up and she goes, "God, let me guess who it was." And she like said the teacher's name, and she's like, "Oh, we just get someone in here every 2 hours. I'm sick of it." And she just like stands up, like, walks to the principal, and like the principal then or vice principal comes out and is like, "You're dressed fine. I don't even. Who are you?" Like, "I just moved here, and I'm sorry. I don't know what your dress code is. Do you have something I can like look at, and or like do I need to call my mom to change?" And the vice principal was like, "No, you're fine. Like, just go back to class." So I had to go back to the health class, and then I guess, I don't know, some few days later, the health teacher comes up to me and she says, "Oh, so you tattled on me." I'm like, "I didn't tattle on you. I just went to the principal. I just did what you told me." And she's like, "Well, I'm legally supposed to give you an apology, so if I want to keep my job, so I'm sorry." I'm like, all right.
It's the most unsympathetic.
Like, we're gonna have a good semester, aren't we? And then, yeah, she was crazy. Like, later in that semester, she's like, "I'm gonna tell you guys how I saved myself, because no one can save you but yourself." So I was choking on a pineapple, and I had to ram my stomach into an island and get the pineapple out of my windpipes. And you guys need to know how to do it, because you will live alone when your husband divorces you and takes your 3 kids.
Oh my god!
Only you can save yourself. Next time you're about to fall off a cliff, make sure you pull yourself off the ledge.
Yeah, she was crazy, and like she was explaining, like this was health class, so like you're already dealing with like an awkward conversation, and she just made it like 20 times worse.
You're teaching about mental health.
No, it wasn't even mental health.
That's what an unstable person.
God.
Look for the signs.
She's crazy. Like, we would go outside and like she'd be like, "You know, if you were in like 1700 Russia, a woman wouldn't even be allowed outside if you were menstruation. Be thankful for your rights, ladies." And like, it was absolutely ridiculous. Like, and like the thing is also with the school that I went to, you had like your health class for a quarter, and you had gym for like the other 3 quarters. So like each of those quarters was a different like theme in gym. And I remember that we missed archery to be in this health class, so I was missing like how to shoot a bow, which would have been more practical at that point than the health class I was in. Wait, Jared, are you home?
Yeah, I'm home. Why? Are you looking at the stream?
Yeah.
No, she's
Yep.
glancing in your window.
Yeah.
No, she can't, because
Cheers,
there's
look
pillows in there. You can't see through there.
She
Yeah,
know
next to-
of your, back at the college. She's like glancing in the window, can't see you. You know?
Yeah, because I'm 6
Jared.
stories up.
Yeah, she climbed up.
I don't know what.
Alright, so any other awkward health stories anyone wants to share? Because I could go on with a different health system back in Texas.
Well, I mean, there was this.
Oh,
Levi, you can go.
You go.
My health teacher didn't have a belly button and proceeded to and told us every single fucking time we had class, like, I don't have a belly button. I'm like, fuck you, lady.
Or
Teachers
she got
are weird.
cloned.
I remember my health teacher, he made us do an assignment of like drawing on a poster of bullying, and then he wanted us to present it to the class, and then he
Jared, was it
took
just a picture of me.
then he took each one of the posters and like ripped it up and basically just yelled at us for a solid 10 minutes about how trashy we were.
Oh my god.
It was terrifying.
Were you scared not to bully anyone then?
Well, no, it was supposed to get across bullied, but like
Yeah.
I just didn't expect him to like tear down all of our posters and like
that
keep
gets the message
one
across.
and like praise one team that was complete trash.
Oh my gosh.
That's how it works, Jared.
So that's how it works.
I mean, for me, I did have, we had to take, I think just 1 quarter of health or 1 semester of health back when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
I'm taking health now. I love my teacher, but my teacher back then, she's a bit weird. She was never direct about sexism. She was a lot more passive about it. No, like
As you
genuinely.
should be.
No, genuinely. The front row of every single class, the people in the front row of every single class were all the girls. In the back of every single class was all the boys. Like, that's just one of those really weird things. It's just,
Yeah.
you just pick up on it. Like, that's kind of weird. She'd give different greetings. She'd be a lot nicer to the girls, a lot more lenient. And
Yeah.
you're just sitting here thinking, if I call her out on this, she's gonna call me a sexist. That's the defense. What can I do with
That's
this?
not creating a pro feminist classroom then.
You know, I'm just sitting here thinking, is this where this is going?
You're a Nazi.
I had actually this was my physics teacher. It was really weird. I've never had a teacher like this, but every day she would greet us as, like Mr. and then our first name and then Mrs. the first name, always referencing the first name and not the last name. So it'd be like, oh, Mrs. Claire, oh, Mr. Levi, Mr. Jared, etc. And it was just so unusual because it's always, the last name that is referred to.
I thought you only became a missus if you were married. Oh, that was the
No, you become a miss if you're married. Or, no,
No, other way.
I'm pretty
I'm
sure
a-
it's, yeah.
it's the other way. Yeah, it's the other way around. Sorry, I'm never gonna have to worry about that, so I don't
Yeah,
care.
like I'm like my kids right now call me Miss Claire. And then they ask me,
Okay, I actually had to think about that one for a second.
yeah, like Miss Claire, and they ask me, why are you not Mrs. Claire? I'm like, cause I'm 20.
Because I'm not married.
Excuse me, because you didn't say students, you said kids. My kids.
Cats.
So I just sit here thinking, wait. It's
No,
not
sorry.
right.
Sorry. I've gotten into the point of calling like whatever class I'm teaching my kids, because we talk about so many different classes now, where it's like I can't talk about students because like that's other people's people, and like my kids are like my class. It's
My
weird.
student.
Oh.
My children.
She's part of the family now.
Anyway, the more
What-
I'm like observing like children and like development, the less I'm wanting kids. So that's a fun realization.
Oh God, Claire.
Yeah, kids are demons.
Honestly.
The more I'm looking at kids, I'm like, Claire, please calm down, relax.
Seriously, but, you have these
That's-
times for self-reflection. Most of the time, I'll think. A lot of the time, I spend a lot of my time, if I'm walking around, if I'm not
Yeah.
doing anything, on self-reflection. I think back to my past and I think, I was
Self-reflection.
yes, that's the correct way to say it. True story. And I'm thinking back at my past, when I, I was in the critical ages of 3 and 6. I was a really happy kid, but any other time, I was a bit of a bitch.
You're a bit of a bitch
I'm
anyways.
just sitting here thinking, I'm glad that my mom decided to have kids, but I feel bad for her.
One of the things I did when I was a child is I was so mad one time that I don't remember what exactly got me so pissed off, but I climbed my bookcase and I literally tore down every single book from the shelf and threw it on the ground.
Yeah, see, the thing is, I never had an opportunity to do anything like that. If I ever got pissy, it stopped right there. That was it. If I even had the chance to start throwing crap around, you wouldn't even want to know. Like, if I got mad, that was it. Done.
Just put it to a cell or something. What happened?
No, my mom was a little bit more aggressive. I do enjoy that, because otherwise you get the brats that are coming in to be the new freshmen. That's always the case every year, though.
Yeah.
Every year.
They only get worse.
She laid G this down on you, boy.
Well, like
No,
the thing
she
is,
never,
it's like
she didn't, but she was a lot less passive, a lot more aggressive. I think of that. That would be a
good authoritative parenting style.
Oh yeah, I wasn't climbing up any bookshelves though. She did a good job.
The group I want.
Too
Oh, go
late.
ahead.
No, I'm making fun of Emma.
The group I want to work with is middle schoolers because they're at the peak, and I think it's like endless entertainment to watch them deal with themselves.
Just starting with the voice cracks.
Yeah. So my friend Liz, who is going to school to be an elementary school or a middle school teacher like I am, right now she's student teaching for middle school, and she one of the kids was getting distracted or something and wasn't getting on his work. So she asked him, and she's like, "Hey, you seem a bit distracted. Do you need any help on your work?" And he's like, "No, I'm fine." And she's like, "All right, just let me know if you need anything." And then distracted because apparently some girl was playing with one of his keychains or something. So Liz again went over to him and was like, "Hey, you really need to be focusing on your work." And he just exploded. He's like, "I can't believe you think you have any authority over me, and I think that my teacher now is just absolute nonsense, and that's just bullshit, and this class is shit, and everything is shitty.
Yeah.
And fuck you guys." And then, so then he leaves the classroom, and then Liz has to go back because we can't stay there all day because we have school and whatever. And she goes back the next day, and he's like, "I'm so sorry for what I said to you yesterday. I was just so angry at everything, and I'd like to apologize because I'm a moral man." Crying in front of and
it's like a middle school.
it is the best roller coaster of emotions, and I wasn't even there, and if I get to deal with that when I'm older, that's just I can't even wait.
Seriously, it's moments like this that my grandpa would say. Remember when teachers used to be able to hit kids?
Oh my god.
When things like bullying just stopped right where they started.
Yeah.
Like a kid starts, hit another kid, he just gets slapped across the face, and that was the end of it.
The fucking ruler.
Get sent home with bruises, and he never did it again.
Well, apparently what they do now is they threaten phone calls home where the teachers just have the parent's number as a contact in their phone, and that shuts some kids up real quick.
Well, yeah, because again, parents there are some parents.
Yeah, there's some parents out there that are just
your mouth. Sit still as other kids, their parents are pushovers. For people like me and with more extreme parents, that's it. You're done. Nope. Yeah. I'm good. I'm fine.
You get a phone call home, you're dead for the next week. You're not at school because you're dead.
Get a phone call home. Then 10 minutes later, your mom comes bursting through the door,
right?
drags you out by your ear.
Where's my fucking son?
Just throws you out of the classroom.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Never happened to me, but that's what I pictured being like.
There's been some parents that have been like, if I get I can hear them through the phone because the kid's just kind of holding it, and they're like, if I get one more phone call home for the rest of the week, I swear to God, you won't even be going to school for a month. How dare you be so disrespectful to your teacher? And they go off for about 10 minutes. I'm like, Jesus, I don't even know this person and I'm disciplined. Like, what? So,
Yeah, you behave, not risking that.
yeah.
See, the thing is, most parents like that never go to those levels, but your kid, you don't want to risk it.
Yeah.
You don't want to see you don't want to see their final form.
Yeah. So that shuts a lot of kids up pretty quick. But then there's others that are like, phone call home. Yeah, I'll talk to my mom for 20 minutes, whatever. I'm just like, the balls that these first graders have are like the biggest I've ever seen.
That's 'cause their
Those
parents
huevos are made of steel.
Their parents are awful. For me, this is where I tend to get a bit racist. White kids in particular.
No, these are.
Just for me being honest, that's kind of the trend I'm seeing. You don't see too many small black children be misbehaving while their parents are standing around the place.
Really? No, I'm at an all African American school right now, and there are some that just like blatantly like disrespect like what's going on around them, and it's pretty amazing.
Sticking with the stereotypes.
That is true. Well, as a future educator, I'm supposed to disperse them.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Alright, well, that's my 2 cents for the day.
Yeah, if I ever had to become a teacher, I'd want to go more to the high school level where it's a lot more lenient.
Well,
that
Where if
age,
there's
they
like
can,
the kid
they
in the
can-
back of the classroom who doesn't pay attention to you. You keep them at the end of class and you start going off and asking them why they're even in your class if they're not
No,
going to pay attention.
No, you don't go off. You
oh
take,
my god.
You take
Why
the other route.
Why are
Of,
you even here? Like, no, my
What are you, an idiot sandwich?
one of my favorite teachers, nice one, Craig. No, one of my favorite teachers, Mr. Cannell, I talked about it before. Sometimes, he'd kind of get into, like, speech mode. I call it speech mode. He just kind of go off. He wouldn't really yell, but genuinely really serious. And on several occasions, he would ask the class, for most of the kids, if you're just gonna sit here and talk, why are you even here?
Get the
I
fuck
will
out.
write you, he says, I will gladly write you a pass to go down to see your counselor and switch classes. I just found that, like, obviously not smiling there, but I found it really hilarious. You're just sitting there, grim look on your face. If you smile, this is gonna go bad for you. Just don't even risk it.
Oh my god. So, one of my ME professors, my ME professor last quarter, which I complained about, he's also my academic advisor, so that's fun. He's teaching class, things are going smoothly, and then all of a sudden, he just stops. He was like, had a normal face, but it gets really serious. He stands on his tippy toes, looks towards the back, walks all the way to the back of the classroom, to the one female that we have in our class, and is like, do you know this material? Do you understand what's going on? Do you need to be on your phone right now? Because I don't need you to be in here if you need to be on your phone. Why are you even in this class? Why do you even bother going to the school? You're paying thousands of dollars to go here. Why are you even here if you just not pay attention to what I'm saying? It's just and I'm there and I'm like, dude, my god. You're going over homework stuff right now. I was just like...
Still, she should have been on her phone.
You crack down on that crap right away.
well,
You put the fear of God into them.
I mean, that's that moment when...
I mean, there could be several reasons why someone's on their phone. Either they don't know what's going on, or they could be so far ahead that they're bored because they know everything they're saying and it's just not interesting.
Don't know what's going on. That's the last time you... But I do believe it. But no, just situations like that, all I can think is the perspective of the person, because there are two situations. One, you don't see them coming and they scare the crap out of you.
Yeah.
Two, you see them coming and you start sinking in your seat knowing what's about to happen.
I've never personally got into a lot of trouble with a teacher or professor. Not that I can think of.
There's one teacher for me. That's just
Oh, no, that's a lie. There is one. I almost forgot. I literally blocked this. I've literally blocked this out of my memory because it was so traumatic. So, in
Oh Jesus.
I don't know if it was 2nd or 3rd grade, but I had this teacher I despised with every passion of my soul.
Wait, 2nd grade? I never felt this. Just this. I never
I had
despised
crap
it.
So-
2nd grade too. I got stabbed with a pencil and like she wouldn't send me to the nurse. I was bleeding everywhere and she's like, "You're fine, just put a Band-Aid over it." And like,
Just
it
walk it
wasn't
off.
great. Yeah, like I still have graphite in my hand. Like it's pretty tragic.
I feel
Anyway-
that. I have
anyways.
gravel in my knee.
So,
Anyway, sorry, go on, Jared.
yeah, in 3rd grade. It was 3rd grade. It was...
Oh, you're lying to us already?
No,
Not really good.
I said it was 2nd or 3rd grade, and I remember it was 3rd grade. And so we had the system where we had a primary teacher and then a secondary teacher, and you'd like switch classes for one subject with the to have with the other teacher. And this one subject was social studies. And even back then, I wasn't really interested in social studies. And I don't know what this one teacher had, but she had like a vendetta against me. I don't remember exactly what I did to piss her off so much, but she would countlessly call me out for everything and for a subject I was not interested in. And I was constantly put on the spot, even far as much as like her digging through my notebook and asking me, "What kind of handwriting is this? Can you even read this?" And I'm like, it was so traumatic. I couldn't even tell you how much I hated that class.
Yeah.
It's probably why I don't like social studies.
I
By the way,
love
good day,
social
Pucky.
studies.
What handwriting is this? It's
Spunky.
handwriting ever to make your job harder.
My handwriting's still trash to this day.
Maybe there's
Might
just
as
a
well.
comment to fix it, and like you didn't, and now everything's bad.
It reminds me when I was back, middle school. Every once in a while, we had to volunteer at classes weekly to help the little kids pack up for the end of the day.
Mhm.
And like you're making sure they had everything written in your planners, and you're looking at the planners of 2nd and 3rd graders, and I'm sitting there thinking, why are they so
No problem.
much better at writing than I am? This handwriting is amazing. Where did I go wrong?
Why was I born?
What happened in my life to deserve?
So right now we're talking about school and any school. So if you have any fun school stuff to tell, go ahead and tell us, and I'll read it out. But if you don't, that's fine.
Take a really long time to type it out, and by then we'll be gone.
We've been on this subject for quite a while.
Do you want to switch subjects?
I
Want to fight?
don't know. I'm probably just
You
gonna
have to go-
label
Claire,
this podcast school.
Claire, all you gotta do is you gotta go to your counselor and have them switch a subject.
Yeah,
remember?
Hogwarts. Should be called Hogwarts.
Hogwarts.
Well, you said school is magic related. There's really only one option for that.
What is school like in the U.S.? Oh my god.
Garbage.
Bad. Not great, honestly.
Let's just
We're-
say how terribly bad our school system is. So our school
Much
system
Much more suited for
was
women than it is for men.
generally based around the industrial age, worker type
No
jobs
child
where people
left
get
behind,
instructions and they fill out and they do that. Well, we don't have many factory jobs anymore, and our school system hasn't changed to justify what it originally was assigned to.
That's not true.
What do you mean that's not true?
we
Are you
have
talking about school in general or school and how it began?
What do you mean?
school in general has not updated its curriculum much.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So
but-
we tried in the early 2000s. We were pretty bad against this, so we created No Child Left Behind,
Yes.
which was a program that was supposed to shift responsibilities from students onto teachers about teaching material. However, No Child Left Behind meant you had to test everyone, and there's no really good way to have standardized testing across the entire nation,
No.
and there
there's
wasn't
not.
enough funding and resources at the time and effort it was needed to make a system that would work like that. So because of it, you have a lot of kids like in our generation which are screwed over by No Child Left Behind. So we grew up more on a testing mindset than a knowledge mindset, and that's really fucking us now. And then we also had a really big push for STEM, so you're now running into an issue where there's not enough people going into like business and the arts and teaching. So you have a big influence in like engineers and doctors and high like medicine and stuff like that, which is really important, but everything else is slacking and it's not good.
No
Yeah.
bueno.
So
Mhm.
You know, also, just because I have to be that guy, the school system also seems to be a lot more suited for women than it is for men. You know,
yes, it
men,
does favor
men
women.
really lag behind, and then when you get to the standardized testings, that's when it tends to go the other way.
Also, it doesn't
Oh,
favor low-income districts because
Not
they
at
don't have
all.
the materials
and
to do the
like
test.
especially in college, if
Yeah.
you're a white male, you're gonna have a much harder. Actually, if you're an Asian, you're gonna have a really difficult time getting into college here.
Yeah.
The affirmative action is against you on that one.
Yeah. So there's
Affirmative action is so
Needless to say, we need a hell of a lot of reform in just
Yeah.
about everything in the U.S.
yeah.
A
Well,
lot
the
of things need to
the thing
change.
is, there's
Sadly,
only
our
two.
funding was
there-
cut.
Well, yeah,
Not,
but
not
you know,
even that. Our
I mean,
state
it's
of
not. It's not even
education.
the funding. There's two options right now. If you're on the Democratic side for this, it's throw money at it. Throw money. If you're on the Republican side, we're gonna be back at those small wooden schoolhouses. There's no good way to go
Yeah.
about
No,
this.
the two-party system is an ideal way of dealing with this.
I mean, obviously, no, the parties with the influence aren't gonna change that because then it becomes harder for them. So there's no benefit to changing it.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think there's a lot of benefits to being here, but there's a lot of stuff that really needs some improvement.
Well,
We're
when
just not.
well, when we get more into robotics and artificial intelligence, things will have to change. Period. So, one way or another, change will eventually come.
And hopefully there's people
Now,
like
see, when
me
those
that
things
will
start
get
coming
the
in, they're
charge
gonna build it.
forward
They're gonna
to
build it
change in
around.
education.
What were you?
Yes.
What were you gonna say, Levi?
Well, when these things come out, they're gonna build them around how terrible people are, so we're not gonna have to change it all.
Yeah.
The robots are just gonna be built to serve us instead of, we're not gonna increase DUI laws in Wisconsin. We're gonna make self-driving cars, so it's not a problem.
Well, true. Yeah,
Thank
a
you.
lot of things will solve a lot of problems, such as
Thank you,
drunk
yeah.
driving with
Self-driving cars. and stuff.
self-driving cars. There it is. I couldn't figure the word.
Yeah, it's easier to program than it is to change a society. So, why put the work in when you don't have to? America.
I mean, we have some of the most lax laws about drinking and driving.
Oh no, it's not. We have some of. We do have the most lax laws in the.
We're really, and then we're really high, when it comes to drunk driving accidents. That's a bit naff.
Anyway, so yeah, that's education in the USA. Not great, but trying to improve.
Yeah. Not great, but it pretends like it's trying to improve.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of
Okay,
work.
if you're coming here for a school, look somewhere else.
Go to Finland.
Go to Germany. It's free.
I don't know. I
No,
kinda
Finland's the
wanna-
best, apparently.
I'd stay away from the Swedes over there. I hear not stuff.
I'm
isn't
pretty sure
going
Finland has
well
like
over
the
there.
best education
I
system.
know Finland's doing fairly well, but I mean, again, Sweden, fairly close. I don't hear good things going on in Sweden.
Well, don't they have a declining birth rate right now?
Well, I mean, yeah,
Yes,
they have
they
that. No, I'm
do.
talking about like much more issues with the government.
Yeah. But I guess
I
also
recall
what-
this is a while ago, but like no, like their big thing was, we're the first all-feminist government, and that's when things started to get a bit weird. Things started to things like socially things started to collapse. I hear it's not a fun place. They don't like to politicize things. There's a reporter that went over there. First day there, found there's an incident with a hand grenade in a garbage can, and all the police are like, why politicize it? just another day.
Just
really.
just another day
another
on
hand
the job.
grenade in a waste bin.
Oh, Claire, tell us about your snow cone experience for the people that don't know.
You don't want to know what hell is.
It's not making snow cones.
It's taking orders from suburban moms asking you to not have the two colors mixed, but have them be on the same snow cone. That's what hell is.
It's like if you're working at McDonald's, you bring out the fries. Actually, can I have these fries with no salt?
benefit of McDonald's is there's multiple employees. So like if you want to just deuce out for a day, you can. The thing is with working a snow cone shack with 5 other employees, you can't just fuck off because you have to then make sure that someone else can cover your shift. And 9 out of 10 times they can't. So it's also then having to deal with an awkward age gap where like you're in college and you're from, but you're with high school, don't understand anything yet. So that was a fun disconnect for a year. Concert April 8th. Please come support. Cheers, bye.
In 6 days. Yeah, I'm not planning a trip down there in 6 days. I'm sorry, Claire.
Shit, it's in 6 days.
Claire.
You said 8, right?
Fuck! I'm not ready!
Sorry, I told you.
I don't even know how to play English word!
Claire, settle down.
Oh no!
God, I hate being... I'm always just that guy. Just there's something obvious and then it just... Oh, shit.
I have... Fuck! That is 2 more rehearsals.
Yeah, Levi did the same thing to me the other day when he pointed out that the ship was 1 block too long, and I had to destroy half the thing and rebuild it again.
You had to destroy it. I destroyed that entire wall.
Yeah, you deserve to do it. You pointed it out.
I destroyed the whole thing. You just put it back up, so don't start taking credit for that.
Oh no.
Oh shit, it's 11.
Actually, it's 10:51.
10:51.
You can go fuck yourselves.
I'm hoping within the next 5 years, the next like technology is like holograms, and then I can be like, class, I just don't understand how to like turn on this hologram.
Oh
stuff."
my
And it's
god,
gonna be like,
no!
oh my god, you're so cringy. It's hologram. Do it. Oh my god.
Star Wars holograms.
Oh
We're
my
all
God.
wavy the whole time.
Yeah.
I still think of that, like, how to be a professor video. That video was
I'm waiting
absolutely hysterical.
I'm waiting for real world nerve gear. That's what I'm waiting
No, you aren't.
for. Yes, I am.
Not allowed.
Real
that's
world-
Really, really cool. What if you just go in, you come out 5 hours later, you forgot what your life really was. Wait, what is this? Where am I?
Wait, what?
Is this my bed?
What, did it just wipe your memory or something?
No, you're just so into it. Just
Oh, you're just so into it.
just the fascination with it, and then you come back and you're like, where the heck? Especially, if you, especially
So-
if you have like a really bad day, you just disappear into it, and you're like, oh fuck, I'm back here again.
Oh my god. Oh, we're gonna
does
talk
this
about
thing-
like real virtual reality or something like that. Basically plug into a game or something.
Yeah.
If that comes out, I hope you guys realize you probably never will hear from me again.
What?
Probably. We already know, Jared.
we'll all play the same multiplayer game. We'll use our lips to talk again. Discord
I'll
will
still
not
find
be-
some way to stream it.
Discord will only be for Steam links to the game.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. We'll all be just in the same game. Never mind. I guess we will still hear from each other.
I mean, because that'd be really cool. You know, like the stream view would be in third person.
That would be really cool, wouldn't it? As if they were there.
Yeah. Just having if you're streaming, you just have an audience of how many people are watching you behind you. There's just someone
Oh,
with a whole
God.
stadium hovering behind them.
Oh my god.